Hello everybody, welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns. Broadcasting Link to the Past Randomizer Pilot Spoiler Tournament 2024. We got the quarterfinals for you today. It's the spoilers versus Past the Picanha. Game 1. Commentating first, we have Clearmouse and Gem, and tracking is Werfjig. Say hello everybody.
Yo, hello everyone. Welcome back. A long time no see. Glad you guys had a break. How's it going, Jen?
Hey, yeah, I'm excited. It's my turn now to commentate with my favorite commentator. So
yeah, in the booth this time, right? Not in chat.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll try to post say less nonsense than I did in chat.
Hello, Werfjig. Oh yes, Werfjig, the previous commentator for this one. Really awesome duo. But yes, you are here just swapping the roles a little bit. Werf is gonna help us track a very intense and high energy pilot spoiler race between Zelda and Shady and PH and James FNX. Yeah, so we actually see right now it's Zelda playing with Shady Pilot and James FNX, I believe, is dedicated pilot. Gonna go and tell PH to go real fast. Pretty exciting. So yeah, fast. Ricky. Yeah. Ricky said it's gonna be quarterfinals, which means actually so the winner. So this is a best of 3 series. And the winner of this series is their first game is actually going to face us, Gem.
Yes.
Yes. So we're eagerly scouting our opponents right now.
Yeah, and we will mercilessly criticize them to break the spirit when they have to face us. Don't forget.
I know how to break Zelda's spirit. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Although,
okay.
do you see this already? Zelda is starting at Link's house, getting the chest, and then immediately going to Sink. I don't know.
Wow.
That's okay. Free 7 seconds for us, okay? And for PH.
Yeah, exactly. Terrible strat. PH already in the lead.
Exactly. So we're already heading over to Lost Woods. I actually don't know like kind of how these guys tend to start. Certainly they're doing some good things because again both of them made it to quarterfinals, which means that they've already beaten like their top 16 like opponents. We have a nice lamp here in Lost Woods. I think always pretty nice to go grab early.
Yeah. Certainly later on in the game, you think twice about investing this much time in a lamp, but I think early is just always wise to grab it. It gives the pilot some time. The lamp usually gives you the time back that you take to pick it up. And who knows, it might be required as a fire source.
Yeah. That's probably the big thing. I mean, and certainly PH and Zelda. I mean, at this point, Zelda I think's probably been around for a little bit longer, but I mean, like so experienced, right? I don't have any doubt they can't get through Dark. In fact, Zelda is. If you need anybody to get through Dark Cross on nothing, Zelda is your guy. Now that being said, it is high risk, and yeah.
It is also unfair if you do it and pull it off. It's just unfair, unreasonable.
Oh, yeah. All right, okay, we have actually, again, 2 kind of pretty different stars. We're gonna actually, something must be important on Maze Race because Peach is just gonna go get it. And look at that, we got a sword and a mirror already in Kakariko. But well,
yeah, that's really nice. I'm actually curious what we got. So like PH saved and quit out of Lost Woods and then went southward to track because he wanted the bombs. Or he sent Vicky, okay. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, like, if that's important right now, and Shady and Saga will get it as well. And
is this an Agaseed? We literally have lamp, sword, and cape.
Very sus. How about there's a hammer? But yeah, I guess bomb set was free, so I'm a bit confused why Paige and James decided to save and quit. But maybe the plan is to save and quit out of blindside, which I don't know if that's worth it, but it's definitely reasonable.
Yeah. And we actually see getting another sword as well. All right, the Aga sensors are intensifying. However, in order to be an Agaseed this early, at least for Dark World access, we still need 2 Castle Tower keys. That is just regular key sanity. So until things like that show up, we don't have to be too concerned. Although Zelda's also getting this Eastern Palace big key. Unfortunately I guess we don't know where the bow is. If it's in Eastern, Zelda's spirit will still be intact. If it's not, there's that's why Shady is his side job is to be a therapist, to console his partner to make sure we can make it through the rest of the game.
Yeah. So I have the log in front of me, and there doesn't seem to be anything that interesting in Eastern, at least at first glance.
Okay.
So maybe Zelda's safe. Just saying.
Yeah, for now. Yeah, and you know, it can be pretty convenient. Like we're here. You know, you mentioned before, right? Getting something early, even at the cost of maybe some inefficiency or just like extra time, that is not wasted because, you know, again, this is like during the item discovery phase of pilot spoiler, like the pilot is like frantically typing, right? You ever see those like, you know, cat typing on keyboard? Like that's exactly what the pilot's doing. And in this case, it'll be ghost typing on keyboard, and you're just like, where is everything? And I need more time.
Where was the second sword, by the way? Where does Zelda not have it?
It's in Tavern. Which...
Interesting.
Yes, correct. We just kind of glossed over that, so that is, maybe this is Zelda's handicap? I don't know.
It is.
I mean, we'll have to ask Shady. Maybe
yeah.
Tavern. Yeah, because
probably Shady just missed it.
Okay,
yeah.
that's fine too.
It happens. I'm sure we'll be back sooner than later. Maybe for full activation.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something like that.
Dark World entry, you know,
Dark World entry, yeah.
You can also kind of tell that these runners and pilots are pretty, you know, experienced. I mean, certainly kind of expected at this point, you know, at this stage of the tournament. But you know, both Zelda and Zelda and PH are, you know, just getting like specific chests like from Mini Moldorm, right? You know, see that in Blind's Hideout. You don't have to waste extra time, you know, getting things that you don't need. Right? Opening up chests, incurring potential extra text boxes. Yeah.
Especially the text boxes are bad. Like you see, especially newer runners often just say, yeah, just get everything. I don't have the time to figure out what you should grab here. But yeah, these are experienced pilots. They have the time and capacity to tell their runners which chests to avoid.
Yeah. I also like how PH decides to scout Zora Ledge for us as viewers, right? So
it's impossible not to. Zaga did it too. It's just impossible.
They know they're being restreamed, okay? You know, and so it's really a service for us, you know, just in case we can't see it.
Just nice of them.
Okay, well, with the glove, backup escape maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I would have expected we do something else with this glove first of all, but maybe I'm not actually sure what's here, so that's probably a reason for that.
I mean, it could be a
There's just one item I looked up, and
okay.
I want them to get it.
Well, hopefully, Hera, big key.
Interesting.
A little suspicious. We also didn't get that initially on PH's side. Yeah, Hera big and heart piece and some bombs. Okay, I mean, not right now. Maybe question mark needed. I don't know. We're going up the mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. There's probably something important there. But yeah, PH is going where I want them to go, and so is Zelda now. We're about to get a good item.
Okay, well, I can only imagine that being the boots. Now, that Hera big key though makes me a bit suspicious because I don't know, you know, Zelda has it and PH doesn't, and you know, Hera, you know, Werf has already marked 5-6, you know, being a Hera, a dungeon, you know, in addition to Eastern. You know, I mean, especially in this case of Zelda, Werf. Thank you, Werf. Oh, one of the best track experiences. Yes. Oh man, he's really gotta, you know, give us the attention that it deserves. You know.
Yeah. Okay. So we definitely want that Hera big key. This is definitely a mistake on PH's and James's side here.
Might be taking a little bit of a shortcut. Rocky can, in fact, get over ledges. Very nicely done, PH.
Very nice. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, so now we bumped on back. Yeah, very nice.
Good pod money right there. Speaking of pod keys. Okay, looks like maybe so Zelda. Yeah, are gonna do Tuck Rock Cave after Hera, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. Or maybe they decided they don't need that pod key. Maybe there's just 3 ones on the way. Nice little safety. The fairy is like the best safety in this mode. Like by far. Because while you have it, you can just play so aggressively even if you're on 1 heart.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And usually you don't actually get it. So it's just, yeah, while it's there you can just keep going, and as long as you never use it, you just have insane insurance and can go as fast as you can.
Yeah, Zelda and of course PH are very, very interested in going fast. And yeah, so far, okay, right, okay, so yeah, so a little bit divergence, you know, just as you said before, we didn't do back escape for nice Kina Samurai upstairs. Yeah, we didn't have back escape on PH's side. So he does have the hair big, so we can't really do much about climbing. Oh, wow.
Okay, I didn't even actually see that part big when I checked, but this cane is definitely very.
Did you see PH pick up the Thief's Town compass? Good job, PH. You deserve to win now. Nice. Just call the race right now. Yes.
Bit fast. Okay, I think this is now back of escape, and they realize they need this big key.
Okay. Not again like the end of the world. You know, we do have boots. You know, we do have mirror. We're not going to the back of escape, by the way. We have. What do we get? Paradox. Important things.
Compass.
Nice sword on Moldorm. Okay, so tempered is just free. Oh, that's what Werf was saying about the money situation. We needed that money to go buy. Wow.
That's interesting.
I didn't even think about how starved the money situation was then. If we're going basically all the way up to Hera already, and we go back to Kakariko for this.
Yeah, maybe that was, well, there's a pot here in there, but also maybe part of the reason why you want to go to Paradox is just the money.
Yeah, wow. That's a rough pearl then on Bottle Vendor. Especially if there was like no, I guess maybe you can you farm some money like in Blindside? I think the answer is you technically can, but like, I don't know. Do you want to just wait 15 minutes of your life there?
It's so miserable. Yeah, you spend like over a minute just to farm 100 rupees, and like the run back to CAC is less than that, so as much as it hurts, you kind of just leave. They forgot something.
Yet. I know. It's a very important piece of progression. Okay, I know it doesn't show up on the tracker, but mentally, okay, we need that.
Okay, so we see PH and James just go to pot here without the big key that's in the Hera big key chest. So in the Hera big chest. So maybe the pot double dip is actually required. Interestingly enough.
Okay, maybe, and I guess actually Zelda's gonna go. It sounds like we just had an oversight. We forgot about pot small, or no, maybe actually I think this is probably fine too. I forgot we went to Paradox, so maybe this is just inconvenient to go back to Spec Rock. Either way,
you definitely want to get this on the way and then bomb jump on the way to Hera. This is definitely a lot slower.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, but yeah, right now, like, even though PH doesn't have a pod big, which Zelda has in his possession, of course, along with Kina Samari from upstairs, like, we also don't have a bow. So yeah, maybe the double dip is fine.
There is a bow available. That's not even far out of the way, outside of pod. But maybe there's not enough small keys available. I don't know. I don't have the capacity to look this up right now. maybe that's why they're double dipping. But
yeah, I don't honestly like because especially since Mr. here, like double dipping pod, especially if you have boots and flute, and well, I guess we're still waiting for that flute. But coming back to pod isn't as expensive as you might think it is. Actually, and just like the oversight that Shady probably just kind of one of them, both of them. Forgot that there's a sword in tavern. Like just because like your way to go back for bottle bender, right? So even missing that sword, yeah, it would have been probably nice to have on Moldorm, but other than that, it's really not that big a consequence.
Yeah, that's not the worst thing. So Paige only got
myths and then left.
Yeah, myths, and they were in the compass chest. So in theory, if we got a bow and do bow outside, we should be able to, get compass chest and then walk out into Hama from there with the big key in hand. So we'll see if they pick up the bow. I might as well say it's on Stumpy, so pretty close.
Dark
Mace Top has big key.
Okay. Yes, we also need more keys.
Yeah, but interesting that they didn't get it then.
Oh yeah, if they're already accomplice chests, yeah, I guess they could hammer me up. Yeah, I should probably save them a trip in the back too, right? Because they're already back there as well, so they don't have to go back. Yeah, yeah.
They definitely should get it then. Yeah. Okay, but that also means we definitely want the third pot small, which... Yeah, we'll see if they get it from somewhere. Because if you go to port like this, you have to do board oxide twice.
Speaking of bow oxide and the bow, why is Desert dependent again? I have questions.
Because you are here.
Why?
If you're in any way involved with the race, be it either as a runner or a pilot or as a commentator, Desert is going to be.
Never gonna see Bo Lamos. That's. Maybe I'll just hope for those like all dungeon pet seeds or whatever. You know, that's my only chance.
Okay, we're going. Yeah. Let's see. So it's probably a pot smoky, but yeah, I kind of agree with that because we also want Aga Tower, I'm seeing. So you should mirror on top, so you can have access to both the Kairo Castle and the Aga Tower entrances.
Oh, okay, okay. So what we need, presumably then we only need the first chest of Castle Tower because we have 0 keys right now.
Yeah, just the first chest. Where? Just leaving. Surely we're not going in the portal to then. Oh, we are. This is also this has got to be slow. Oh, we're getting that. Okay, this is probably pot 3. Okay. And now we mirror here to go to Aga Tower. We. Oh, sorry.
I'm just
oh no.
It's okay.
Oh no.
Don't worry.
No,
Everything's fine. Okay. The point is we have reached our destination. All right, which is the Castle Tower entrance. Everything is fine. Everything's fine. PH, by the way, is on the mountain.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to him. Very good. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say they missed the GT Vicky here. The first time when Zega mirrored in front of the castle. But yeah, there's a very good mirror spot on the pyramid ledge that you can mirror on to get to Aga Tower. And like it saves like 10 seconds.
And you don't mirror bonk, right?
Yeah, no, you don't mirror bonk, yeah. You can't just... Yeah, you just need to learn that, and then like you save yourself the hassle of climbing back up the pyramid and then back down, when you can just mirror on the pyramid ledge.
Okay, alright, so what I'm learning so far is that we need something to be on pyramid ledge and castle tower.
Yes.
For us to gain some time.
In front of Hyrule Castle too.
In front of him, right, okay, alright. No problem. But non-Dark Cross. Like...
Not something you want immediately. Not the boots.
Right, yes. Alright, Peach is gonna finish up Moldorm. Alright, oh... Everything's good. Everything's good.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, but after all said and done, Zerga is now going to port with 3 small keys and the big key and the bow. So he can get everything efficiently and beat the dungeon while he's there.
Yeah, with 3 keys, right? Because we need, the Teltar posted in, so we need not only the mist that we saw PH get, which is Compass Chest, we need Dark Mace Top. So we can basically do like a 2 mirror type of thing, like go do Compass Chest, go get a mist, go get Dark Mace Top from Hammer Yump, and then go beat the boss.
Yeah.
Okay, but with these myths though, PH is actually immediately back on the mountain. We're gonna do some Dark Death Mountain stuff, it looks like. Which Zelda and Shady at the time, like, didn't do, right?
Yeah, because they didn't have the TR keys. Which I assume is the reason.
Oh, but we're only on 2 TR keys, right? For PH, I mean.
Yeah, they're... Okay, you have to double up. Either TR or Swarm, and probably the TR doubled up, maybe better.
By the way, who needs a hookshot? I mean, the tournament rules say that we need a hookshot for Ganon, but who needs a hookshot for this cave? Not PH. Oh, almost. Maybe PH is okay. We'll give it another try.
Actually, can't enter it. Yeah, right now we don't have Quake.
Yeah, we don't have Quake right now. I don't actually. Yeah, I don't have the log. Oh, sorry. I have the log. I have not looked at it. Oh, PH. Oh, we're almost there. This is actually potentially a very good edge that PH potentially has, you know, kind of like over Zelda. Is because if something is here in Hookshot Cave, you know, Zelda probably won't try and hover this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, third time's a charm. Really well. Oh, that's a big.
Oh, nice flute.
It's a flute.
Okay. Okay, this is interesting.
It is very interesting. So we got actually, yeah, we actually have some potential early mire access in addition to some nice fast travel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this could be a nice edge.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I mean, especially this is on the mountain. So this, you know, for them to delay Hera, you know, to beat it, not certainly that big of a deal. I mean, yes, you do have to kind of re-enter the dungeon again, but you know. Like, they were already gonna go back up the mountain a second time. Yeah, and that makes me wonder where that hookshot is, because that hookshot, I mean, especially if it's buried, Zelda and Shady might be a little bit, you know, much later to that flute.
Yeah, the hookshot is behind Quake.
Behind Quake? Is that what we said?
Yes.
Where's Quake?
The Quake is on Magic Pad.
Oh my god. Is this a Plando seat or something? This, okay, well, we have, I see Samaria on the tracker that Warp has put together.
Yes. But we do need the powder because the mushroom is in GT, unfortunately.
Oh, too bad. Okay. All right. Well, this is quite a piece of development then, because yeah, getting that flute then, especially like the way that Peach got it without the hookshot, can certainly be quite a good edge in this race for them. But that's but of course not only that, like this, the flute probably can afford them, some different routing, macro routing, based on, like, because now the calculus of all the different locations you go to kind of changes, right? You don't have to run there, you can just flute there.
Yeah. Okay, and remember when I mentioned that we either need to double dip Swamp or TR? I guess on PA said we are picking Swamp as a double dip.
We're both, okay. Werf says it's both. Yes, why not both? It's not Taco Tuesday, but
Oh, we do need both. Okay, yeah. Wow.
What a seed. Okay, that's the case then. Well, if it's behind Quake, then... Oh my gosh, dude, talking about double dipping Swamp. Do you see what room PH is in?
I've never seen this
80
before.
RMG out of curiosity? I don't remember. I know that's the NMG league season going on right now. You definitely see it in MG, but do you see it 80 RMG? Maybe. I don't know.
I think at least in some routes you clip from Maya to Hera to Swamp, and you end up in that room with the hammer packs.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you can potentially see that room in
yeah, you definitely. Yeah, you definitely go there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, there's the TR key.
Wow.
Very cool.
Wow. What are some nice item plays? Again, you say thank you to the person that who gave you the spoiler log. I don't want to play this by myself. Big key to Swamp.
Yep, we do need that too. But
what
it's
the heck,
okay
game?
to wait. Wait, it's not okay to wait, is it?
I don't know. What's in? Well, I guess we're gonna find out. If because PH doesn't have the bow. To go to, I mean, Eastern. I guess they wanted to Swamp the first time to go get TR big.
Yeah. No, it's actually not okay to wait. So the Swamp big chest has the ice rod.
Oh no. Okay, that's...
And the hookshot is in Crystal Roller room of TR.
Oh my god. Did somebody play this seat?
So for one, you did have to go into Swamp to get the TR big key to even get a hookshot in Crystal Roller. But also you really should want to have the Swamp big key at the time. Because so you can get your ice rod. So when you are in Crusader to get your hookshot, you can also go retry while you're there.
Right, right. Okay, looks like PH is going to potentially. Does he know the mirror spot?
Let's see. I know he is a mod on Telepath's channel, so surely. Nope, never mind. Wait, we're also mirroring down here. Oh no.
Can we just run upstairs? Like from the inside?
Yeah,
no, we'll go to map
definitely
checks
better
then...
than. Yeah, it's definitely better than like going to Dark World and mirroring atop the pyramid again. But yeah, you could just mirror on the pyramid ledge on that spot, and you could from there just run and do Harrow Castle and Agar Tower, and then run back into the portal to continue onto pod. Although for what it's worth, they don't. Well, no. So they can flew to pod, but it's faster to just go into the portal here again and run to pod instead. But maybe the plan is to fruit. It's not much worse.
Okay. Alright, okay. So we have not been to Swamp yet on Zelda and Shady side. It looks like we're just gonna do some more dungeon cleanup. We are here without a fire rod. Gorf did not mismark anything.
Why are we here? Let's see.
Well, I don't know. We're here apparently there's a place down big. Which I guess that means our fire rod must be in Thieves Town then? Or something inside Thieves Town that leads to this? Because otherwise, you know... you would just fire rod first, right?
Just see this
okay.
Okay.
Do you remember what I said earlier about pilots remembering pendants? That's like, you know, rule number 2.
Why about the commentator? Should the commentator remember pendants?
Oh, it's so bad. Why are pendants so hard to remember? We should just play all dungeons. Alright, that's my solution.
That being said, very fun. Even if Scarlet was a crystal, we still would have done it this way.
Terrible.
So do you want to know about the next fun item chain to get to the fire rod?
Oh my god. Well, okay, does it first involve Bombos? Are we gonna invoke Zelda's Rule of Fire here?
No.
No. Uh-oh. Okay.
No. But it is also locked behind Quake.
Oh my god, dude, what the heck?
It also hard requires the Swamp Double Dip. Because it's also behind Hookshot in Swamp.
Wow. Sometimes you wonder, like, you know, because, you know, the randomizer is actually a true randomizer, right? As it just, you know, it tries to place the items, you know, in a random set of locations, and then okay, that's where powder is. I see.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, and so, like, you really don't know, like, you know, where the items go. They basically just try and place it until, you know, it's basically like a legal, you know, at least you can beat the game type of thing. But sometimes, like, the chains that it creates, you really gotta wonder, like, you know, how the heck did this happen?
Yeah. So the good thing for PH is I missed this earlier because I didn't know where the fire rod was yet. It's actually fine that he didn't get the ice rod when he went to Swamp the first time, because we need to go back to Swamp for the fire rod anyway. So we can't beat Trinex when we're in TR.
Okay, so it's, but we can beat. No, so is it a triple dip then? Oh, no, it's still in theory a double dip of Swamp, right? It's just in this case, we still have to do a third time.
Yeah, it's a double dip of both Swamp and TR.
Okay.
You just have to get the TR big key the first time out of Swamp before you go to TR. And then you go to Crossroad for your headshot, and then...
Gotcha.
And then you go back to Swamp for the shovel that leads to your fire rod.
Oh my god. I am actually really glad, though, that they got this type of seed, you know, where things are, you know, again, like, one, if it's the more convoluted it is, like, the more challenging it is for pilots, right, to kind of figure out, again, then, you know, this is part of the fun of pilots for the chaos, right? The pilot is, like, frantically trying to figure out, like, you know, how are we supposed to do all this stuff, you know? And the time that, you know, the runner, especially if your runner is good, you don't have as much time, you know, because they don't use as much time execution to try and figure out what the route is. It's also really entertaining, you know, for us, right?
Yeah, this one has very fun item chains. And this is very difficult for a pilot. Yeah, there's some seeds that are more on the runner than the pilot. That's maybe more common too, because very often you just have low equipment. But then there's also definitely seeds like this where it's more on the pilot and the runner just has all the equipment they need. There's not really any risk of dying, but man, figuring out the correct route is just very difficult. And this is definitely one of those seeds.
Yeah, and it's just really easy, right? Because you're like, okay, I really want to try and double dip, or like single dip this dungeon, right? That's that's probably where your best efficiency is. But then you're like, oh, I can't, right? And then part of your efforts, right, and your mental energy, or a lot of it is just trying to figure out, like, well, can I really, like, does it force double dip? Like, can I do some more complicated things, right, in order to try to make the single dip, right, and still try and save time, and then by the time you're you're kind of done, your runner's like, okay, I'm done with these time, what do I do next? You're just like, I don't know yet.
Yeah, exactly. That's such a dangerous pitfall to fall into, that you hyper focus on trying to single dip a dungeon when it just turns out you can't.
Nice quick medallion. I guess we're going back now on Zelda's side.
Nope. First we need to do this.
Oh, right. We need powder, right? We need powder.
No, we need
powder.
yeah,
No, we need. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
At least the TR small keys were okay. It looked like, because we just I think I talked one Saha, one. No, they were pretty, like, on the way.
Yeah, I think I were 2 at Saha. Is that right?
One was
no, one was it. One was. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, one in Saha, one Port, and one in Hype Cave.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Swamp Big. By the way, I guess Zelda's Spirit is still okay. We got the Eastern Palace Big Key. On Maze Race, we got the bow on Stumpy. And we are able to single dip Eastern Palace. I think Zelda would be okay, honestly, with like quadruple dipping pod, or TR for that matter, like, or whatever, versus then like a single, double dip of Eastern Palace.
Yeah, that's the important thing. Yeah.
Which, is unfortunate news for PH and James, right? Because, we really, like, well, but I know that these guys are also very sportsmanlike. They would not want to win, unfairly, when Zelda and Shady are not playing at their best,
Exactly. That being said, if Zelda and Shady advance, I am not above double dipping Eastern.
I will hopefully roll a seed that has, yes, that has double dip Eastern. Actually, it's actually kind of fun because so Zelda and Shady, and of course Marty, the third member, their lead team, and their team traditionally has been named the Spoilers, right? Because certainly all of them, I think, enjoy some version of spoiler, and it's actually really nice to be able to see like the spectrum of Eastern Palace enjoyers, because Zelda's on one end of the spectrum, right? Marty's on the other end of the spectrum, and Shady actually has really nice indecision emotes, where it's just like he's just like looking back and forth. I think he's just trying to keep the peace, between everybody.
Yeah. He's the Link, so there's no war on the team.
Yeah, exactly. We got everybody. Oh,
yeah.
Vanilla Hook? Oh, no.
No, it's much better. Yeah. Zyga didn't grab the big chest yet, which makes sense. We need to double dip. We need to come back to both Swamp and TR anyway, so it makes sense to grab the big chest of Swamp on the way to the back later when we clear the dungeon.
Okay, yeah. It looks like also probably same for, well, PH didn't have the Swamp Big Key, but yeah, I guess similar principle, right? We don't need it the first time around. Okay, yeah, it looks like we're just kind of trading places just a little bit, because PH is gonna finish up East Town, which Zelda has already done, and I think after this, then they'll be tied up in terms of crystals.
Yeah,
do you have a sense of maybe like who is a little bit further ahead? This seed honestly is a lot.
Be Zyga, right? Because they have the same amount of crystals done. Well, Zyga has a T on it, and he's at Tiana.
But Zelda doesn't have Hookshot Cave, like also like the food. Like he didn't do the Rusty stuff in the mountain.
Yeah, but that's just Hookshot Cave, and he gets his hookshot inside here, and will be able to get it afterwards. So that's definitely less than like a full back of Thieves Town.
Okay. Oh, right. I guess in this case, like, yeah. So PH and James still have to actually go through all of TR, right? Like, so all the stuff that Zelda's doing right now is still like still required. It's not like they had to specifically go get the hookshot for the flute, you know, go do something else. The PH is gonna do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually checked to see if the seed makes them go outside because something is in like TR pictures, but luckily no.
Look. Oh, I see.
Because our hookshot is in Crystal Roller.
Crystal Roller, right? Yeah.
And we really want to mirror out of there to the front to the hookshot cave next. And luckily we can.
That seed would be so mean, you know? It's like you put like, you know, Fire Rod in Mimic Cave or something like that, or you know, something else that's very important, and then you're just like, oh, well, I guess we're climbing again. Okay, does it look like we need much else? Is that it? Because we know where Fire Rod and Ice Rod are, and we're gonna get the hookshot relatively soon. Is that kind of it then for stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a hookshot here, and then the 2 rods in Swamp, and then... Well, along with the fruit and hookshot cave.
Right. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you see that really nice 3 out of 8 on PH's side for the Thieves Town counter?
Oh yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
You have that great compass to this dungeon.
Yeah, it is the best compass, so you should always pick it up.
I mean, it's so useful because we get to count along for the number of items we have.
Yeah, we'll be at 4 once we beat Blind.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Zelda got hit by a Pokeball in double Pokies, and then very wisely decided to just use Bombos for the second one.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you really don't want to die here.
Yeah, we also did pick up half magic, you know, in Thieves Town, I think like Ambush Chest or something, or was the second one? Yeah, and so like we have cape, we have half magic. Like it's just better to be, you know, safe, right? Whatever happens, whatever your safety is, whether it's offense, whether it's defense, as long as you don't die.
Yeah, and half magic, even if you never really need the extra magic, it still saves you some time back because the refill at the end after killing a boss is faster since you spend less magic on like Trinex, for example.
One advantage, by the way, it looks like actually Zelda doing hookshot the intended way. We're not a blue ghost. PH, because he only hovered hookshot cave, looks like he was just kind of only interested in the last chest he hovered to and didn't actually go get the blue mail.
He could have been able to get that without any extra hovers, since you can just bonk from the 4th to the 3rd chest. So I'm a bit surprised that he skipped it.
Well, he hasn't died yet.
Yeah.
So maybe we didn't need to. We can save the time, you know?
Yeah. Or is his sprite by default blue?
It's like white. Oh, you mean Rocky? Like with the blue shirt? Yeah, that's like Remail Link.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Maybe he did get it.
Rocco,
but...
sorry. Yeah,
sorry.
It's Rocco, not Rocky. Yes, I actually watched. It was a show on I think Nickelodeon, like way back. It's called Rocco's Modern Life. It's so I guess like PH must like Rocco.
I see. Yeah, I'm not sure if we had that show in Germany. I've definitely never seen it.
Yeah, it was definitely an American cartoon, for sure. So.
Yeah, I think we probably only get like the super popular ones like SpongeBob and stuff like that.
The ones that make a lot of money, yeah. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I think, by the same... I don't know this for sure, but it reminded me a lot of like Ren and Stimpy. And I also wasn't a big fan of that series either. So like, I mean, I watched a little bit of Rocco, but yeah, I definitely tapered off after like very shortly. I don't know, but I mean, it's also just, you know, my taste too.
Alright. PH now finally in TR. Like back in Swamp. Finish it off, get his 2 rods. Or, well, 1 rod and something leading to the other rod.
We should also be counting the number of trips we had to go back into Swamp for, you know? Like, something like that, because I guess both of them already had their 1-1. and now they're going for their 2 and 2.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about Ganon cycles. I don't actually know which key PH is missing.
It must be Hype Cave. Because I've definitely seen them do a get pod and Saha.
Is PH really not in Hype Cave? Oh, but okay, maybe PH is gonna do Hype Cave while, like, you know, on his way to Swamp or something, or after, or whatever, one of those.
Yeah, he definitely should have gotten it on his way to Pyramid earlier. But yeah, hopefully he doesn't forget to get it after Swamp, or on his way to Swamp, either one. Yeah, we saw Zelda just pick up this nice shovel. With the shovel we can pick up our final item that we need.
Yeah. You know, you were talking about like forgetting things or, you know, forgetting keys. Have you never experienced something is missing? Is it the big key? Never seen that text box before? Oh, okay. Must just
I've definitely seen that text box before.
Yeah, it's a very
there were occasions.
very uncomfortable feeling when you go into dungeons where you think you have all the keys you need and then you are blocked for one reason or another, whether text box related or not, and that you could not keep going, and you're just like, okay, well, you know, like sometimes with brothers, like, you know, they feel bad when they die, you know, like Cold Stare, you know, like Vitreous, you're like, or, you know, just out in the overworld somewhere, you're just like, okay, there goes like 2 minutes of my life, you know, in the brace that I can't get back. Yeah, forgetting a key and like not being able to, you know, finish the dungeon, that's basically like a pilot death. You just can't get that time back and you feel terrible.
Please don't die on me. Yeah, we are getting Hype Cave now, so that's the TR small key that PH needs.
A lot of errands for this one for sure, and yeah, so, I mean, a lot of errands, also a lot of potential diversion, a lot of pitfalls. I mean, these are the kinds of things that, you know, again, like, well, okay, maybe depending on perspective, you know, if you were interested in trying to create more variance, you know, maybe looking for, you know, places to try and get an edge over your opponent, this seed potentially is good for you. If you're looking for one of those seeds that are more like, you know, faster, like, you know, just everything's kind of on the path, you don't need to, you know, get every dungeon single dip, you know, get boots early, get tempered early, you know, just kind of like a, you know, I guess a spoiler jet seed type of thing, you know, that also might be for you. I think like any type in this case, you know, especially when PH can hover, in Zelda, I guess, you know, was probably not willing to do so. You know, anything that can, you know, probably, you know, like something in Hookshot Cave would actually be, you know, nice edge for PH.
Yeah. Yeah, weirdly, the one item that could give you an edge in the seat was the hookshot, and that one will never be in a location you can hammer to.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
The main reasons I think why PH is behind is, for one, he doubled the pod when you could single dip it if you just got the Hera big key before you go up the mountain. And cleared Hera then and there. And yeah, I think what Telfa is saying in chat right now, the other reason is, like, there was no reason to go up the mountain and get your flute when PH did, because it didn't really get him anything.
I guess maybe, yeah, it depends on how, I guess, like how much mileage I guess PH had from the flute in order to, like, yeah, like, versus, like, I guess, like, when in this case like Zelda would get the flute, like, if you had to maybe do a lot of travel or like you couldn't really combine things more efficiently, flute might also be worth it. But yeah, like, if PH, I guess I didn't really see how much PH actually used the flute. Like, if there's something like that was good in the Maya area, for example, where that was like hard locked by the flute, certainly would have been, you know, probably worth it.
Yeah, but we see Maya has, or the Maya area in general has nothing. We're just here to go mode Maya, and that's the only thing we care about. We like getting the flute there. Getting the flute off the mountain when PH was on his return trip to Hera to get the pot key. Like that one only really got them, like saved them one trip to the village. Because when they went to Scours and Thieves, they could activate the flute then and there. But like the trip to East of Mountain and to then go into Hookshot Cave, and then hover it, where you might not always get to have a first try. That just takes way more time than the one trip to the village. That you would need to activate the flute. But yeah, I could see that just being like a spur of the moment thing, because they wanted to go back to Hera to get the pot picky, and then they were like, oh, let's just get the flute over here.
Yeah.
Maybe didn't quite realize it's not worth it. I think the big thing that even caused this in the first place was that they didn't have the Hera big key the first time they went up the mountain. That was the main thing. Not doing back of escape before. Mountain, Hera, East of Mountain.
Yeah, it looked like, to get everything kind of in one go, probably, certainly would have, saved some time. It's sometimes, again, like, hard to see, because I think, especially with this seed, you're probably trying to figure out what all is supposed to be going on in this seed, because I guess, like, the general progression, at least based on personal experience for piloting, is you've spent, like, the first, phase trying to discover where all the items are, right? And then once you kind of get a grasp of like most things, you're like, okay, now how do I actually like route the thing based on the items that I kind of know about, right? And especially how complicated the seed is, I think it's just very easy to miss something. Maybe you don't want you to, because very often, more often than not, you're like, oh, okay, well maybe I just need this thing from Hera because we need a pot key or something else, right? And then if you don't catch the Hera big key in time, you're good, like, okay, well, can I do a backup? Maybe I can delay the Hera trip back. And then in this case, it kind of looked like it was probably just better to cut your losses. But it's harder to recognize that, right? Because you're also trying to figure out how to do the rest of the seed.
Yeah.
And then you're just kind of chilling for the for the end game as a pilot, while your runner just tries to demolish the rest of the dungeons.
Yep. You can just go AFK for 30 minutes and just chill. Yeah, the funny thing is, if they had just kind of immediately, like after they finished the mountain, if they had just immediately gone for Hera, it wouldn't have them cost them like basically any time in this race, because Zelda and Shady also climbed West of Mountain again to get the pot key out of Speckrock Cave.
Oh, Speckrock Cave, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it actually would have been even.
Alright, we're just saying that there were different Maya routes. I had paid zero attention to their Maya routing, unfortunately.
Yeah, if it's go mode, they're supposed to just go right side.
Oh, okay.
Did one of them go left?
Yeah. Like especially even with no small key, if you don't need anything, you're just supposed to go to the right side, pick up the pot, and then PH went left. I see. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, left slower.
It is.
That's more transitions. And
but I guess it's probably not that much slower.
No, it's like somewhere between 3 and 5 seconds, I think. Like it's not the end of the world, but
okay.
It is slower. There's no reason to do it.
I definitely see people do left side when it's a key drop, like because you don't have that Maya small key on the pot anymore. But I guess that being said, like there are still scenarios where you kind of end up on the left side of Maya, in which case you just go into the left side. But yeah, if I think it's just pure go mode, you just probably just go right.
Yeah. When you end up on the left side, then of course left side is, faster. But if it's just run through the dungeon to get to the boss, you want to go right. Game 2 tomorrow, same time for every non-European.
Not for us, yeah. Yeah, good PSA, by the way. Tomorrow, or at least I guess it was tomorrow morning at like 2 a.m. or something. In Europe, that's when daylight savings end. So we Eastern time and Europe will be there will be -1 hour's difference. That's very ambiguous. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so normally it's for 6-hour difference between at least Rando time, East Coast time, and then like Central Europe time. But I think Shady's in England, so it'll be only it was 5 hours different. Now it's 4-hour difference.
yeah, it's gonna be a nice week when there's 1 less hour difference between you.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I mean, this is good for everybody because, especially, I think, well, for like people on like between Europe and like East Coast, it's like it's a very nice convenience, right? Because 5 hours or 4 hours instead of like the 5 or 6, it's pretty nice. I think for West Coast versus EU, it's like that's actually really good. That hour make goes a long way.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Really nice jam at MSU, by the way. Everybody go play Ghost Trick. It's a great game. This, so I know, Zelda, you can, like, he, I think you see a lot of Ace Attorney, on his stream, like characters and like, like icons and, references and stuff like that. Ghost Trick is actually by the same creators as Ace Attorney, so it's actually quite fun. Kind of like the same, similar type of like point and click type of game, but also you get a little bit of like action and puzzles as well. It's a really fun game. Oh no, PH! I was looking away. Where did we die?
I don't know. In TR. Somewhere.
Pokey, thanks Ravis.
Okay.
Second Pokey, oh no.
Okay. Well, the good news is it's not race deciding. The bad news is it's still a very painful death.
Okay, Teleth's saying we got the key. Okay, that's probably the important one. It means that we don't have to go back there.
Did we not get the key the first time? Probably not. I just thought I remembered PH getting the key.
Maybe? I guess maybe not. I'm just trying to think if there's no difference like when you get the key, right? Before like the first time or second time?
No, not really.
Okay. Then
mostly just depending on your equipment, but this time they already had tempered, so it didn't really matter.
Okay. Maybe, well, I guess we didn't have the fire on. Maybe that's what PH wanted to use. I mean, yeah, it's Runner's preference. Yeah, it's only game 1, Ravis. Yeah, so no doubleheader today. Yeah, from the scheduling threads, it does look like that there will be a game 2 tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, but because of EU daylight savings ending, it won't be 11 p.m. in Europe. It'll be 10 p.m. And then for Shady, it'll be 9 p.m. Yep, we love mini Helmas. We can't see like PH's personal stream, but I mean, sorry, you as the viewers on DSR can't see that. PH was less than pleased on his personal stream.
Very understandable. Yeah, on Zaga's side, only the Aga 2 fight and then the Ganon fight left, and then they most likely have won. It's not over. Things can happen. But probably not the things that PH needs to happen.
There will need to be a lot of things that happen to Zelda. Oh no.
Oh no.
Wait, we died to Trinex. I think you guys maybe just sniped or something.
I didn't exactly see what happened.
There was a fire.
I assume either he walked into the head or the head walked into him.
Yeah, there was something. I mean, he definitely looked pretty cornered. Cornered also by those a nice track from Ace Attorney. Anyway, yes, but like he did not look like he had a lot of move to maneuver. And then if if it was a why not both type of situation, it was also not. Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude, shots suck.
Jeez. Yeah, sometimes TR is just miserable. Sometimes you die there and you feel terrible about it. But everything does so much damage, so if you're just slightly off your game, it's very easy to take a lot of damage.
Ari, why did you put this image into my head? Because now I'm gonna have nightmares.
Oof. So I just barely managed to get into the cape there. Because after you switch to the cape, there's some delay on it, and that kind of really close.
He does have a fairy, for what it's worth, right? So, you know, we're not ever in a game-ending scenario.
You're right.
But you're right, like, we also don't want to, you know, incur the extra, like, death animation or whatever, with fairy revival, blah blah blah, you know, it does cost time.
Yeah. The best fairy is the one that's in your inventory, and stays there.
Yeah. Okay, well, a very difficult seed to pilot through, you know, fairly challenging, I think, in order to actually get through the run. But, you know, Zelda and Shady get to claim their victory. Big GG's.
Yeah, big GG's. This was a very interesting and pilot-heavy run.
Yeah. Honestly, like, and like the time that, you know, Zelda has, it's just shy of 54 minutes, right? For what we saw had to have happened in this race, right? As in, like, we double dip Swamp and we double dip Pod, and Turtle Rock, right? And all the way, right? All the way basically Crystal Roller, you know? Like, we had to do a lot, and it feels like this, you know, this time is pretty fast.
Yeah, definitely. They did a great job getting through the sea quickly. At least a boost for early. That helps.
A boost for an old man. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Would you have just rescued Old Man out of curiosity and then save and quit and then went back to Hera, like back of escape to go get
No.
Hera bit?
I think you should just back of escape first. It's
okay.
not worth it.
Right. Try it, alright?
But
Try to
boots are
rush the
nice.
boots. Alright, Ricky has pulled in Shady and Zelda. GG's, guys.
Yeah, GG's, guys.
Yo, GG's.
Oh, GG's.
Oh, well done. Good pilot practice. Yeah, Shady?
It was fun. There was definitely a few things I missed and kind of just about landed on my feet like midway through the race. But yeah, tricky seed for sure.
So complicated. I don't know. I mean, I assume you guys were talking basically the entire time about what to do.
Yeah, I think we got off to a decent start, apart from the whole money issue. But I think I guess the real optimal solution is the Houlihan start this seed, and then just single trip in Kakariko. But I think what we did was fine. But I didn't really consider. Well, obviously, getting the flute earlier wasn't really an option for us. So when we noticed that they hovered it, I was panicking a little bit. And then later on the seed, I noticed that actually it is a forced double dip of Swamp as well as Turtle Rock. I thought it was just a forced double dip of Turtle Rock. And then I was panicking because I thought, oh, they've made a big mistake. They've skipped the big chest in Swamp. Oh, this is good for us. And then I realized, oh no, we have to do the same. So that was annoying, but somehow we seem to have been doing okay, even though it was impossible to tell.
Yeah, the seed was certainly a mess. We're also joined by James and PH. GG's, guys.
Yo, guys, GG's.
Hello, GG's. Yo, GG's.
Right. Speaking of a mess. Oh, man. That was fun. We died twice. Well, I died twice. Not ideal. It wouldn't have mattered, though. You guys were, I think, like 4 minutes ahead of us anyway.
Yeah, I saw right at the end. I saw what I missed what the actual death was to, like a Pokey or Trinex or something. But I did see right at the end.
Oh, yeah, I actually died to Pokey when, and Jem maybe can sympathize with this. I see the full magic drop, and my NMG brain goes, "Oh, get the drop," and then walked right into the bouncing ball.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yeah, and then, but that's what, probably, I don't know, a minute or something like that. But then died on Trinex when he kind of like I'm not super familiar with that RNG. He kind of hard rushed to the right, and I was too far to the left, I guess.
Okay, so that's what happened. Yeah. Sucks.
Yeah, it was. I'd say probably not ideal. But anyway, I'm curious, what did we do differently? Because we were aside from, I'm assuming at least a little, at least some of it is just the play. But we were several minutes behind even before those, I'd have to assume.
Yes. So the big difference between you guys was that Zaga and Shady got the Hera big key before going up the mountain.
Okay.
And then they got the pod big key out of Hera, and then could single the pod.
Okay.
With the Pyramid Smoky.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's the big difference. And then The other thing I thought was probably not optimal for you, that was when you went back for Hera to get the pod key. You also went to Dark Death Mountain to hover to the flute, which probably was a time loss overall because the flute didn't really do anything in the seed.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a, hey, we're headed there, and then it's, whoops, well, just might as well go get it. But yeah, I think that in the grand scheme of things, probably the already giving up the stuff in pod was probably definitional over that, I would assume.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot that. So I should add, I thought, so I completely spaced out. James said top of Dark Maze. I went, oh, top of Rupee Loop. And then I got the piece of heart and thought to myself, that feels like a long time for a piece of heart, but okay, it's a 5th heart, cool. And left. So going back to get the Mire Big was...
And I was looking at the log trying to figure out what the next play was there, and just... Where did y'all pick up your 3rd pod small, or did you loop around on just 2?
It was Spec Rock, Paradox, and Pyramid Ledge.
Oh, you got the Pyramid Ledge one after Hera when you did all this. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, when we first went to Dark World, it was like Hype Cave, Stumpy, Pyramid Ledge, Map Chest, Castle Tower, Neno. Yeah,
that all makes sense. We did all that in a terrible order, and that's probably the majority of the time up until Turtle Rock. I got a little confused on what we needed out of Swamp and what we needed out of Turtle Rock, bouncing back and forth between the two of them because they lock each other. Great seed. Thinking I could get we could get the stuff out of Swamp and get the 3rd pod small out of there, and then it just didn't. That obviously didn't work out because you need the hook shot for all of that, and then trying to panic and clean up after that didn't work out very well.
I don't know if you could not panic at any point during the seed. It just felt like everything was so it's like you're like, oh, okay, maybe this isn't so bad, and then you just keep unpeeling this onion, and it just there's no end, turtles all the way down. It's like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say it was actually, all things considered, a relatively comfy seed. I'm like, 8 hearts, pretty early tempered swords, silvers, half magic, pretty much all of it more or less on the path. That, aside from the whole dying thing, I'm assuming, Zelga, you probably had a pretty good time.
I had one panic in Turtle Rock. I got hit by a Pokey Ricochet down to 1 heart, but I still had a fairy in a bottle from somewhere.
Oh.
So.
Oh yeah, there was one that was somewhat out of the way.
Oh, I think it was Basement Cage of Hera.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, Basement Cage of Hera.
I will say though, I think I don't know how it was for you. These were the meanest chomps, and I know chomps is a great room; it's the best room. But there were some pretty mean chomps, even more so than normal. I was not a huge fan.
My second time through, they played nice. I just dashed straight through.
So jealous.
We actually skipped that heart. We were talking about it on the way in. Like, do we think we need this? And once we get the armor, there's no need anymore. So we were just like, let's
did you get the? Oh, because you didn't hover hookshot case. You just got the armor out of there. That makes sense.
Right. I guess if you hover the flute, you could have theoretically bonked around to the armor, but it's still, I don't know.
Yeah, no, we were. I was just like, again, this is hubris rewarded. Is no, it's fine. We've got plenty of health. What is the odd? We'll have tempered. We'll have silvers.
Yeah, I told PH about the hardened mire on the way, and he's like, nah, it's fine.
Yeah, if I'm honest, if I felt confident in my hovering and had the pod Hera, the Hera big thing and everything, when I go to Hera, I'm honestly probably also thinking, hey, let's just hover the flute. We're already up here. I think my gut instinct would have been to do the same.
It's interesting. So, Jem, you were saying you feel like, because you're right, it didn't really open anything up. You think that was probably, I fell a few times. If you get it first try, do you think that's worth, or do you think it would be you wouldn't do it?
I think it's not worth, because effectively in this heat it only saved you 1 trip to the village, right?
Right.
Your goal, I assume, was to activate it when you go to Scarwoods and Thieves.
Mhm.
But after that, you just I think you like went back to port, but via pyramid, so you didn't flute there. Then you went to TR and to swamp, and those are just saving quits anyway.
Yeah, the only flute I think we did is because we kind of wrong ordered the shovel, and then I fluted to 5 from there. But that probably wasn't that much better than running there would have been anyway.
Yeah, but at that point you have to flute because shovel is after hookshot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Right. Well, good to keep in mind for next time, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, if there was like something in Maya that was good progression, in that case, it might have been worth it. But yeah, in the seed in particular, the flute didn't really do much for you.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, I don't know. I mean, we were once the early game kind of shook itself out. We were probably I apologize. It probably wasn't a super interesting one because we were probably at least a couple minutes behind for a good chunk of it. But hopefully, Gem, Clearmouse, thank you both so much. This is like always, and then Worf on tracking and Ricky ZSR because these are super fun to watch back. I'm still really curious how it went and really appreciative of the time.
You should see what Worf did on your tracking, or like on the ZSR tracking when you picked up the boots. It was great. Right. Really emphasize the point home about getting boots. It was great.
Blessed boots. Blessed semi-early boots.
Yeah, we were
like... Yeah, thank you so much, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, like, we were right on the path getting up to boots, and like last second, Shady's like, wait, go get the Hera Big. So it was really lucky because I mean, obviously you autopilot and go immediately to boots as fast as you can, and then that's what we were about to do. I think I was like walking out of Sank when he said it.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, we still could have probably saved and quit, and then just saved and quit back to Old Man afterwards, right?
Yeah.
But it slipped my mind. It's total throw on my part.
No, this is a hard scene.
James, I died twice. It's not a throw on your part.
All right, are we good to wrap up?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Thanks again, everyone.
Thank you all so much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you so much. GG's again. See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks for a great show. Thanks for the great co-commentary, Clearmouse.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Worf. Awesome track.
Thanks, Worf.
Hey, and of course, thank you to our runners, Zelda Jason and PH112358. I believe that does it for ZSR tonight. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. At 9 p.m. Eastern tonight, if we get volunteers for it, there's a Zelda 2 randomizer standard tournament match between Rywek and Me Think So. And then tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern, there's a Majora's Mask randomizer standard challenge cup match between Retroflex 420 and Death King 2. And with that, we're going to sign off here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful time and have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye!